Hi everyone, welcome back to Math Tutoring. Today I'm going to show you how to use the discriminant to solve different types of quadratic problems. So a very common problem is they'll give you a quadratic with unknown values for the coefficients such as k, and they're going to ask you to find all k values such that, and it's going to give some condition such that it has no real roots. So the first thing you have to do is identify how you know you need to use the discriminant, and that's this part here, no real roots. Because we should know that the discriminant, which we use the symbol for triangle, tells us if we have 2 roots, 1 root, or 0 roots. Okay? So any question involving the number of roots usually tells you straight away we need to use a discriminant. So once you've read the keywords in the question and you know we need to use the discriminant, step 1 is write down the discriminant. So the discriminant, remember, is b squared minus 4ac, which is the part underneath the square root in the quadratic formula. So if we sub b, b is negative 2k. So that's this guy right here, everything in front of x, minus 4 brackets a. So a is everything in front of x squared, which is k plus 4. And then c, which is just the constant term 2. So let's expand that all. That's 4k squared minus, if I times it all out, that's 8k, because that's 8 here. So if I cross that out, that's I'll just put the 8 there, minus 32, right? 8 times 4. So step 2, write down the discriminant condition. So what that means is, since I have no real roots, when does that occur? So remember, 2 real roots is when the discriminant is greater than 0, 1 real root is when the discriminant equals 0, and no real roots is when the discriminant is less than 0. So that's the condition here. No real roots means I want discriminant less than 0. So we sub discriminant in and solve. So now I get 4k squared minus 8k minus 32 less than 0. Now, first thing you'll notice, this is a quadratic inequality. So that means we're going to have to factorize if possible. But to help us, you should note that 4 goes into all those 3 numbers. So dividing out the common factor will make the quadratic inequality much easier to solve. So if I divide by 4, I get k squared minus 2k minus 8 less than 0. Which is way easier to factorize. So to factorize, remember, we want to work out what numbers times the negative 8, but add to negative 2, which is easy, minus 4 and plus 2. Now to solve here, we don't just let k equal 4 and k equal negative 2. There's 2 methods. We can use a mini parabola. So if I draw this mini parabola, it cuts through 4, cuts through negative 2. Since it's positive k squared, it's upward, and it can't equal these 2 points. I'll put open circles there, and it's asking when is this parabola, so this parabola below 0, which means under the x-axis, which is right there. So if I write that, that means x or k is between negative 2 and 4, so I can write that as one single inequality, like that, right? Strict inequality because it's strict here. So discriminant questions are really straightforward. This is the process for pretty much most of them. And just make sure you know how to do quadratic inequalities, right? Because that's going to be very common when you're doing quadratic function topic using the discriminant. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. Just takes a bit of practice. Make sure you can factorize, obviously. And yeah, that's it. So if you enjoyed today's quick tutorial, make sure to smash that like button and leave us a comment below. Also, comment below what you'd like future videos on, and don't forget to subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.